The conflict in Ukraine is also dealing another blow to an already battered global supply chain.
And that could have a big effect on our economy. Our business and policy reporter Justin Backover's in this studio to break it down for us. Justin.
Yeah, Wendy and Rob, we've been talking a lot about potential energy shortages due to this ongoing conflict, but there are so many other commodities and products that come out of the two countries. And while we may not be as reliant on those things here in the U.S., the global economy is, and that could push an already maxed out supply chain over the edge. After 2 years of pandemic disruption, the supply chain is thrown another curveball: conflict in Ukraine.
Russia and the Ukraine is primarily delivers a lot of commodities other than just natural gas and oil.
A third of the world's wheat, 19% of its corn, and 80% of the world's sunflower oil all come from the region, as well as components for microchips and other raw materials such as iron, cobalt, and 40% of the world's palladium used in car parts. Director for the Center for Supply Chain Research at Lehigh University, Zachariah, says he originally expected the supply chain to rebound in the third quarter. That now seems like a pipe dream.
This events of the past week have really changed this around. We really don't know what's going to happen.
If this conflict expands further out and becomes more global in nature, that's when the disruption can really reach a point where we could be facing some very serious challenges.
Managing partner of Vinard Dealerships, Andy Wright, says he's not overly concerned yet, but he's definitely not as optimistic as he was a few months ago.
I'm optimistic for improvement. I'm just not optimistic for a full-fledged recovery.
And it's still unclear where the conflict is going and how much longer it will drag out supply issues and increase costs.
Everyone can plan for a little bit of increased demand or not having enough supply, but COVID has really ravaged a lot of that kind of what we were thinking about: fast, efficient, effective supply chains.
And again, it's impossible at this moment to tell exactly how things will pan out. For now, we haven't seen too many of those effects here in the United States, but as this conflict continues and potentially grows, things could look very different. Back over to you.